No nutrients, no grow medium, as easy as can be. Let's learn how. Alright, let's face it, times are tough. A lot of you found my channel because of the easy and affordable hydroponics. Now over the past year I did a lot of experiments with permaculture and plastic-free hydroponics and other things. I was always getting a lot of questions about that, and I didn't want to just brush people off. So I had fun with it, did a lot of experiments, and I have some videos now, and I have somewhere to point people if they ask. Now I realize I might have lost some of the original people that were here for the easy and affordable hydroponics. So if you stuck around through it, thank you, and now it's time to get back to easy and affordable. Now I want to show you how I grow these in about a week. No mildew issues, barely any care at all. So let's talk about pea shoots. Let's go harvest them, and then I'll show you how I set mine up. Alright, here we have an awesome bunch of pea shoots. They're really nutritious, and you can use them in a variety of ways. I want to show you how I grew them in this container. I found these on Amazon. Now they work really well, and I'm able to grow these pea shoots without any nutrients and without any grow medium. Now there's a little trick to all of this I want to show you, and if you can get that down, you can grow these yourself. Now if you don't want to get this container, you can always make one out of ramen trays. I used those for years. I just punched a bunch of holes in the bottom, and they're the same trays that I grew all my bean sprouts with. There's one reason why this one's better than the ramen trays, and we'll talk about that in a second. Right now we're going to harvest this because I want to show you down inside. A lot of people have problems with mildew or the peas themselves getting mushy and smelly. Now we're going to go ahead and harvest these, and really you only want the top couple of inches. As the pea shoot starts to grow, it gets kind of woody at the bottom. Now, the good thing about this is if you're not ready to use these, you can let them grow bigger and just harvest the top of them. Right now these are the perfect length, and they're delicious. So I like to grow them in small containers like this because I get a single serving, and then I can clean out my container and start over. I just grab them all together, trim them at the bottom, and you get these wonderful pea shoots. Now just besides tossing these in your meals, they make an excellent garnish because of all these little tendrils. So I want you to notice there's no mildew in here. In fact, you can see that the peas actually look dry. That's what you want. Now this is how I do it. Initially, indoors, I soak peas overnight. Now with this little container, it comes with a humidity dome. You can use that the first night, but I like to block out the light. I just use a piece of cardboard. The next day, these are going to double in size. You're just going to drain them and put them into the top tray. Now I have some in a ramen tray here that are 2 days old, and here's where the trick comes in. You want to rinse these at least twice a day. That includes cleaning your bottom tray too. Don't let the water just sit in there for a week. Now when you rinse them off, you don't want the water gushing and to shake the peas all around. Be very gentle, and you can see as I rinse it, most of the peas stay right in place. See, the roots are already heading down towards where the water's going to be. And that's what we want. The roots going down, the shoots going up. If you take this and shake it all up, you're going to have roots going all over the place. Half of your peas might die, and once they die, they start to rot, and that's where you get smelly peas from. Once the roots are headed down, you don't want to shake them up. Now these plastic trays allow all the water to drain out, but with the ramen tray, a little water still stays in the bottom. And if you don't punch enough holes, the peas themselves can block some of the holes up. So you can get standing water in the top tray, and that's not ideal. So I just tilt it back and forth until I get most of the water out of the top tray. With these other plastic containers, you don't have to worry about that. Now let me trim this down even farther so you can see that there's no mildew in here. We'll get most of the shoots out of the way, and you can see the peas look really dry on the top. There's a little bit of moisture on the bottom from the water evaporating out of the tray, but for the most part, they're pretty dry and tough. You can't squish any of these peas, and that's what you want. That's how you keep the mildew issues down. Now we just trim the roots off the bottom. And as I pull these out of here, you can see there's no mildew anywhere. And they all come out fairly simple. The tray is nice and clean, as is the bottom. So it'd be really easy to wash this out, start all over again. So you can see how easy that is. The first couple of days you want to keep an eye on them. Don't let the peas dry out. And after the roots start to reach down into the tray, then you can just bottom water them. And you don't end up putting any more water into the top tray. This keeps the top dry and the roots wet. You do that, you'll be able to grow awesome pea shoots just like this. Alright, y'all have any more questions? Leave them down in the comments. You got any tips that I left out? Share them with others. Live to inspire, keep on growing, be the change. We'll catch you next time.